Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final edition of GWA Supercharged before Merciless in only 2 nights' time. We are live from Las Vegas, Nevada in the Grand Ballroom. I am Joe Davis. Thank you for joining us. And we see Cliff Russell. Oh, wait a second. Sergio Dondelinger with what looks like a stop sign, assaulting Cliff Russell in the parking garage. Well, I gotta believe this is retaliation for what happened last week. And the Fighting Irishman, you can see him bandaged, clothesline to Cliff Russell. Oh, I'm not condoning this by any stretch of the imagination, but just last week, Sergio Dondelinger and Bob were supposed to take on the Eliminators in a tag team match that the Eliminators wanted. Sergio was assaulted in the back. Bob, we understand, he's been injured. His right eye has been all bandaged up since then. Another shot with that stop sign, and Sergio Dondelinger has laid out Cliff Russell in the parking garage. Well, what a start to the show, and this is only getting started later tonight. We're going to tag team action as the Pitbulls go up against High Energy. The Women's World Champion, the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, will go up against the former Women's World Champion, the Superstar Halie Nolan. A tag team matchup that's going to pit the #1 contender for the United States Heavyweight title, Roderick Strong, with the U.S. Champion, LA Knight, against the Lucha House Party. Our main event is going to be Chris Mad Dog Vandiver taking on a big Bubba Mason. But first, and coming up next in our opening bout, we're going to have Ryan Morris, representing the Varsity Club, taking on Gavin Briggs. What a night we have for you here tonight, and it's already begun.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Eddie Sheffield, representing the Varsity Club from Spokane, Washington, weighing in at 178 pounds,
Ryan Morris, representing the Varsity Club, set for one-on-one action. I still can't believe what I just witnessed. Sergio Dondelinger attacking Cliff Russell in the parking garage. No doubt retaliation for what happened last week, and I have a feeling that this is far from over. The night has only just begun.
And his opponent from Riverside, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Gavin Briggs.
Well, as Gavin Briggs makes his way down the aisleway to the ring, we're starting to hear a bit of a mixed reception for Gavin Briggs. He was loathed by this audience for quite some time. All he wants is everyone to believe in him. And in the past several weeks, we've seen a whole nother level of sportsmanship by Gavin Briggs, and I believe he's beginning to win some of these people over. Not all of them, but there is a mixed response and a mixed reaction by this capacity crowd. I think there are some that now believe in Gavin Briggs. Ryan Morris, Gavin Briggs, here on Supercharged. There's the bell, and we're underway. Lock up center of the ring. Morris with, well, Gavin Briggs going to use the elbows and break that up. Kick to the midsection, and Briggs now with Morris sends him headfirst into the turnbuckle. Knife edge chop, and look at this. Back up against the corner. What a belly-to-belly suplex by Gavin Briggs, sending Morris all the way across the ring. Well, here's the cover by Briggs. 1, And only a 1. Should have covered him as soon as he got the throw. Nonetheless, this match will continue. Again, we have several major matches for you here tonight. In only 2 nights' time, GWA will present Merciless from this very arena. And several updates regarding the match card for Merciless we will bring you throughout the event. 1, 2, and a 2 count this time for Gavin Briggs. Again, several updates will be provided throughout tonight's show regarding the matches set up for Merciless. Briggs now over the top rope into the floor. Ryan Morris getting a little bit of separation there. Gavin Briggs been all over him since the opening bell. But Morris going to take that moment to get a breather. Briggs back in. And Briggs starts firing away immediately. Ryan Morris did not take advantage, and he should have. Major mistake. Gavin Briggs now with the left leg and ripping and tearing at the hamstring. Eddie Sheffield now yelling something at Gavin Briggs. Briggs now completely distracted. Turns around right into the waiting arms of Ryan Morris. Nearly takes his head off. And now Morris with a modified Cobra clutch here. Gavin Briggs has nowhere to go. Morris has it cinched in. Briggs, elbow to the face again and again. Gonna break up the submission hold. Duck underneath the knife edge chop, and what a kick by Ryan Morris. And now Morris all over Gavin Briggs like a blanket. That kick gets blocked. And again, there's a knockdown by Briggs, and another. Gavin Briggs ducks under the clothesline against the rope, diving clothesline. Gavin Briggs gaining some momentum right here. And against the turnbuckle, onto the ropes, and the bulldog. And Eddie Sheffield now up on the apron, got caught by the official. Is it gonna matter? Gavin Briggs with the modified sharpshooter. Ryan Morris has nowhere to go, and he has to tap out. He has no choice. Eddie Sheffield trying to cause another distraction to give Ryan Morris some time. Didn't work, and Ryan Morris has no choice but to submit to the modified sharpshooter. Victory again for Gavin Briggs. And wait a second. Once again, Briggs extending the hand, reciprocated by Morris, and that's what I'm talking about. A challenge thrown out by Sarray to her former partner for Merciless. And speaking of, the United States Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as the Coalition's LA Knight, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, will defend against Roderick Strong. But first, and coming up next, those two have been pitted together as partners for a tag team match with Lucha House Party, and I don't understand the reasoning for this. We've seen these odd pairings before, and they never tend to work out, but, well, here it is anyway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Coalition from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Global Wrestling Alliance United States Heavyweight Champion,
LA Knight and the rest of the Coalition have been wanting to keep Roderick Strong down at a certain level. They don't want him to gain too much momentum. They don't want him to get overly confident. They want Roderick Strong to know that it is the Coalition that runs Global Wrestling Alliance. And as far as they're concerned, that's what it is. And I don't know if this is a keep your friends close and your enemies closer type of situation, but nonetheless, here comes Roderick Strong.
And his partner from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds, Roderick Strong.
Well, Roderick Strong came to Global Wrestling Alliance after winning an 8-man over-the-top battle royal at the International Wrestling Invitational. And because of that, he gained the attention of the Coalition, and in particular, LA Knight. And Roderick Strong has looked very impressive since coming to Global Wrestling Alliance. And due to that attention that he has gained specifically from LA Knight, he will now be getting a shot at the United States Heavyweight Championship in just 2 nights' time at Merciless this Sunday. If I'm Roderick Strong, I gotta believe that there are some other intentions as far as this match is concerned, and I would have to keep my eyes, not only my opponents, but on LA Knight as well.
Accompanied by Lindsay Dorado at a combined weight of 343 pounds, Kalisto and Grand Metalik Lucha House Party.
Well, normally we see the team of Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado of the Lucha House Party. They are normally the tag team of the group, but tonight, Grand Metalik will be joined by Kalisto. And I'm not sure if there is a particular reason for that, or if, I don't know. I just simply don't know why we're getting this pairing, but nonetheless, it's going to be Kalisto and Grand Metalik with Lindsay Dorado on the outside of the ring. So, we're going to have Roderick Strong and Kalisto, well, we're going to have Kalisto and apparently LA Knight as he just slaps Roderick Strong on the back. He tags himself in. And so here we go. LA Knight and Kalisto to start things off. Right hand to the face of Kalisto. And already, look, right in the face of Roderick Strong. And now LA Knight with Kalisto. Strong going to hold on to him, and a miscommunication. And there's a shot by Kalisto. Roderick Strong and LA Knight. Oh, wait a second. And now Grand Metalik with momentum. The double baseball slide. Both guys go down. Kalisto going out after him. He's going to send LA Knight back in the ring. Things not going well for this team of Roderick Strong and LA Knight. But be that as it may, springboard moonsault by Kalisto. Kalisto now sending LA Knight over the top rope into the floor again on the opposite side of the ring this time. Kalisto with several strikes. Drop kick. Shot right to the left leg of LA Knight. And Kalisto firing on all cylinders at this point. LA Knight, after tagging himself into this match, has had his hands full with Kalisto. And now Roderick Strong going to try to break things up here a little bit. Whether he gets along with LA Knight or not. And look at this. Strong now gets it from Kalisto. And the Lucha House Party at this point are rolling, draped over the top rope like a blanket, or like a towel. I already used the blanket reference line, excuse me. I got to find some other ones. Kalisto has been all over Roderick Strong and LA Knight, and Strong now sent over towards the barricade, and Kalisto, I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's trying to fight off both guys of this team. Suplex on the floor, and some kind of a cannonball maneuver by LA Knight there, and into the barricade. LA Knight on the outside of the ring with a knee strike and the clothesline sends Kalisto back to the floor. I gotta say, Kalisto was no doubt on a roll there. Now a cover by LA Knight. One. Not even sure if he got the one there. Straight right hand. Tag, and now Roderick Strong in. Kalisto makes the tag to Grand Metalik. And Metalik sends Roderick Strong over the top rope into the floor. Look at this. On top. What a splash by Grand Metalik. My goodness. A submission here on the outside of the ring, and Roderick Strong now has his hands full with Grand Metalik. Since these two were unable to get on the same page, and I'm talking Strong and Knight, right from the opening bell, the Lucha House Party have had their way with this other team. Roderick Strong now sends Metalik back into the ring, drops the knee into the lower spinal region. And there's a shot. He was trying to keep his eye on LA Knight. Was Strong, and he just paid for it. Knee right to the face. I can't blame Roderick Strong for that. I really can't. He's got to keep his eyes on LA Knight. You know that there's an ulterior motive for LA Knight as regards to this matchup and this rocky, I can't even call it a partnership with Roderick Strong. You know that for LA Knight and for the coalition as a whole, it's all about keeping that United States heavyweight title. What a maneuver by Kalisto. Here's the cover. One. And broken up by LA Knight, and I'm a little surprised by that. I'm a little shocked by that, but he gets sent over the top rope and to the floor by Grand Metalik, and now Kalisto. Kalisto with the jawbreaker. Kalisto now in control of Roderick Strong. This match has been all Lucha House Party. The DDT. It still brings him to his feet. Salida del Sol. 1, 2, 3. And the Lucha House Party are victorious. And again, this is how it started. They weren't even on the same page. From the very start, he tags himself in, does LA Knight, and here's Strong and Knight trying to double team, wasn't working. And at the end of it all, Kalisto with the Salida del Sol on Roderick Strong, and the Lucha House Party pick up the victory. And Roderick Strong tastes defeat for the first time, but because of this strange pairing, you got to believe that he was keeping his eye on LA Knight the whole time. Couldn't trust Knight, couldn't trust him at all. He ended up getting hit right between the eyes by LA Knight at one point in this matchup. These two will face off this Sunday at Merciless. And speaking of Merciless, here is yet another update. A matchup was asked for by Sarray against her former partner, Io Shirai. Shirai has accepted that match, and that is going to be a #1 contenders match for the Women's World Championship. And wait a minute, here we are backstage again with Sergio, and he's caught up with Vince Dixon. Oh, wait a second, on the concrete floor, Sergio Dondelinger, all wrapped up. His left arm is damaged. From what I understand, he's got damaged ribs. He's now assaulting Vince Dixon. He's got a steel chair. Oh, wait a second. Right between the eyes with a steel chair. Sergio Dondelinger with revenge on his mind for not only himself, but for Bob as well. Bob, again, has had his right eye, I think it's his left eye, completely bandaged up. He can't even see out of it. He's been injured at the hands of the Eliminators last week, and he's got, wait a minute, Sergio, he's got that table set up! Suplex to the table! And Sergio Dondelinger has decimated the Eliminators! Sergio Dondelinger's been on a mission. Coming up next, the Women's World Champion Kairi Sane takes on Halie Nolan.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan, the Global Wrestling Alliance Women's World Champion, Kairi.
The Pirate Princess, the GWA Women's World Champion, Kairi Sane, set for one-on-one action against the woman that she took that world championship from. And I'm talking about the former women's world champion, the superstar, Halie Nolan. And Nolan has been wanting to get her hands on Kairi Sane since that loss in Tokyo, Japan at the International Wrestling Invitational. Kairi Sane, I gotta believe, is also thinking in the back of her mind about Xia Li. And Xia Li has had her sights on Kairi Sane since the moment she came to Global Wrestling Alliance. Xia Li coming to GWA, from that 8-woman over-the-top battle royal. That's what gave her contract. She wants to be on top, but the one on top of the mountain right now is, in fact, Kairi Sane. And Kairi Sane set for action here tonight. Here comes her opponent. Of course, coming down to the ring with the opponent, Peter Birchfield back there, the personal advisor and designer for the egotistical superstar, Halie Nolan, who believes that she was completely ripped off in Tokyo, Japan. She knew who her opponent was going to be, but had never faced Kyrie before. Believes that she should get another shot at the Women's World Championship. She can defeat Kyrie right here tonight. I gotta believe she'll move right to the top of the list of potential challengers. But be that as it may, non-title match, Kyrie Sane, Halie Nolan, here on Supercharged. There's the bell. Lock up and a reversal. And the, I think that was a dragon suplex perhaps. One for Kyrie Sane off the reversal. And Kyrie, shot right to the leg. Knife edge chops by the champion. Sends Halie against the ropes so they collide. Center of the ring. And Hurricanrana by Kyrie Sane. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and 2 count for the Pirate Princess. Kyrie now with Halie Nolan. Has her by the back of the head, sends her to the turnbuckle. Blocks the chop, and now Halie Nolan fighting out of the corner. Several shots in the Insigiri, right to the ear. Here's the cover. Elbow right in the face. 1, 2, and a 2 count for the former Women's World Champion, Halie Nolan. Nolan, again, completely full of herself. Kyrie back to her feet, and with the forearm shot, Nolan back to her feet, and another by Kyrie. Kyrie now with the crossbody, the cover. 1, and only a 1 that time for Kyrie. Kyrie now with several blows. And the single leg trip there by Kyrie. And the low drop kick right to the face. Here's another cover. 1, 2, not even the 2. Halie kicks out before the 2. She's kicking out earlier and earlier, even with the damage that she's taking at the hands of the champion, and that's got to be taking a toll on the psyche of the champion, I would think. What a shot by Kyrie, and again, Kyrie now laying into Halie Nolan. One more, and jab right on the jaw. Kyrie up to the middle rope. Double axe handle right to the back. Kyrie with the cover again. 1, 2, and 2 count. Halie Nolan kicks out at 2. Nolan catches Kyrie with a knee right to the side of the head. Sent to the corner. Elbow to the face, and Kyrie trying to stay one step ahead of the superstar. Backbreaker into the neck breaker. The 1-2 whammy by Halie Nolan. Here's the cover again, the elbow in the face. 2, 3, that was close. Not a 3, but a long 2 count for Halie Nolan. Another backbreaker into that neckbreaker combo yet again. Nolan now pounding away at Kyrie Sane. What a stiff kick by Halie Nolan. Jawbreaker sending Kyrie back down to the canvas. Down across the arm, and now a cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count once again. Kyrie now kicks out at 2. Kyrie on the receiving end of a lot of punishment in the past few moments at the hands of Halie Nolan, and now Nolan to the middle rope. Waiting for Kyrie to stand, and did not connect with the Meteora. The spinning back fist finds its mark for Kyrie Sane. Kyrie goes to the top rope. There's the salute. The insane elbow by Kairi Sane. Cover. 1, 2, got her. And once again, Kairi Sane with a victory over Halie Nolan. The insane elbow, enough to put Nolan away here tonight. The cover, the count, and the victory for the Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner,
Kairi Sane with another impressive victory. And whoa, wait a second. And here comes Xia Li, and Xia Li takes out the leg. Xia Li with the snapmare, and Xia Li said just last week that she was gunning for Kairi Sane. She wants the Women's World Championship, and now assaulting the champion is Xia Li. Snapmare again. We need some kind of security to break this up or something. And the to-bone suplex by Xia Li. And Xia Li has left the Women's World Champion laying. Ladies and gentlemen, that takes us to another update regarding Merciless. That match has been made official by GWA Management. The Women's World Championship will be defended as Kairi Sane defends against Xia Li. Also, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line as Sergio Dondelinger and Bob will challenge the Eliminators. And we got something to, Sergio has something to say. Sergio and Bob are on a mission. They will get their opportunity this Sunday. But speaking of tag team action, coming up next, the Pitbulls will take on High Energy. The Isaac brothers, Luther and Mahler, the Pitbulls, former two-time World Tag Team Champions, set for action here tonight on Supercharged. These two would love to get another shot at the Eliminators, or at Sergio and Bob for that matter. The titles could change hands this Sunday at Merciless with that big World Tag Team title match that was just announced. But the Pitbulls would love to get another shot at the World Tag Team titles, as would their opponents, and here they come. Wright and Willie Jones, High Energy. Another one of the most decorated teams here in Global Wrestling Alliance. High Energy still stand to this day as the longest reigning GWA World Tag Team Champions in history for a single title reign, standing at 127 days. So we have the longest reigning tag team champions in history and high energy taking on two-time World Tag Team Champions in the Pitbulls. This one ought to be a show stealer. Both these teams want another shot to become the World Tag Team Champions, and Mauler Isaac going to be starting things off with Derek Wright, and here's the bell. Lock up, center of the ring, and Derek going right after Mauler. Mauler with the elbow, caught him flush on the jaw and drops him with the DDT. Mauler feeling that one. Mauler Isaac now buries the right hand into the girts, and again. Knee strike and a double axe handle smash right into the upper spinal region of Derek Wright, and now sent for the ride. Into the corner, drops the leg right on the back of the head. It looks like Mauler is going to follow Derek Wright into the corner, but a little too much velocity there to switch it up to the leg drop, and there's a right hand to the midsection. Tag, and in comes the younger of the two Isaac brothers, and look at it, pop-up power slam, cover, and the official taking a moment to get in place, but nearly gets the 3 count right there, didn't quite get it, and Mauler Isaac now with Willie Jones over in the corner. The official trying to count them down to get him out. Now we're down to Derek Wright and Luther Isaac, spinning neck breaker by Derek Wright. Willie Jones still laying on the outside of the ring. Derek trying to fight off this onslaught by the Pitbulls. So far, been able to stifle the momentum. Leg drop, no one home. What a clothesline by Luther Isaac with authority. And Willie Jones back in the ring, gets the short arm clothesline. He's back out of there. Derek Wright going to try to capitalize on that slight distraction. Clothesline. These two teams just hammering each other right now. Derek Wright now with Luther Isaac in the ropes, and through the ropes, well, he held on to him there. Forearm shot, kick, and back and forth, and back and forth. One, and broken up by Mauler Isaac, and caught by Derek Wright, got the suplex. And now Derek Wright, well, he got caught by Luther Isaac. There's the dragon screw. Derek Wright now with Luther, and Luther using the elbows in the bread basket. Buries the right hand and completely missed the forearm, and pays for it. The neck breaker by Derek Wright, and finally he's able to make the tag. Willie Jones legal. And the dive in the tag to Mauler Isaac, and here we go. What a shot. Knocked down by Mauler, connects again. And Mauler Isaac turns his back on Willie Jones, shot right to the lower back. And Willie Jones is going to block that one. Jones now with Mauler Isaac up on the shoulders, up and down, clotheslines him on the top rope. Hangs him up like last week's wash, and now Willie Jones going up top. Frog splash, but he got the knees up. Mauler Isaac got the knees up. And now Mauler Isaac sends him across. No, reversal, and he runs through the clothesline, and there's the shoulder block. The shoulder block by Mauler Isaac, and now he's got a hold of Derek Wright. slams him down face first into the canvas. Mauler Isaac has Willie Jones in his sights. He uncoils with the spear. Cover and it's over. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, wait a second. No, the official only says 2. Ooh. And the elbows by Willie Jones. And Willie Jones still fighting back. And I'm at a little bit of a shock there. Willie Jones now with Mauler face first into the X Factor. Willie Jones now across the arm. Here's the cover. The left foot under the bottom rope. Good call by our official. Mauler Isaac now back in control. Sends Willie Jones to the corner. Here's the tag. Luther Isaac back in. And the double knee strike. And crushes Willie Jones in the corner. And now Luther Isaac goes for the cover. 1, 2, got him! And the double team by the Pitbulls, enough to put Willie Jones away. And evidently, I gotta believe that Derek Wright didn't think that that was going to be it for his tag team partner. He didn't attempt to make the save. But Willie Jones did not have anything left in him. The Pitbulls victorious.
Here are your winners, the Pitbulls.
A huge victory for Luther and Mauler, the Isaac brothers. The Pitbulls here on GWA Supercharged. We have more updates regarding Merciless this Sunday. Due to the events of what happened between these two teams last week, the victory and the aftermath, the assault by Vicious and Delicious, Power and Glory will put up the World Tag Team titles to take on Vicious and Delicious one more time. And the main event, the Heavyweight Championship of the World, will be up for grabs. 2 out of 3 falls match, as the Blueprint, Owen Gerald Sexton, will defend against Mad Dog Chris Vandiver. But before you can get to that, Chris Vandiver will take on Big Bubba Mason. It's our main event, and it is coming up next. Chris Vandiver being driven down to the ring by Lilith Vandiver. Chris Vandiver, one of the many that have had issues with the coalition over the previous several weeks, telling the likes of Owen Gerald Sexton that he will not allow the coalition to run roughshod over Global Wrestling Alliance. He fully intends on crippling the coalition's reign over GWA this Sunday by taking the Heavyweight Championship of the World from the Blueprint this Sunday. But tonight he's got to worry about one big obstacle.
And his opponent from Perry, Oklahoma, weighing in at 324 pounds, Big Bubba Mason.
It was just last week that Bubba Mason was able to get his hands on Owen Gerald Sexton. Sexton did not want any part of Big Bubba Mason. He was tossed to the wolves, so to speak, by Chris Vandiver. Sexton was somehow, some way, able to find victory that night regardless. And now Big Bubba will take on Chris Vandiver in this matchup. So at this point, over these last 2 weeks, both competitors in that world title match will have matches with Big Bubba. So Chris Vandiver, Big Bubba Mason in our main event, and it's underway. Chris Vandiver obviously at a size disadvantage compared to Big Bubba Mason, and Mason with his size and strength going to use that with a tossing suplex to Chris Mad Dog Vandiver. The elbow by Mad Dog and the uppercut by Bubba Mason going to cut him off. Suplex again by Big Bubba Mason. And look at that elevation, and Chris Vandiver stumbling in the early going. Dropped face first with a DDT as the cover. 1, 2, and no. Chris Vandiver gets the shoulder up at 2, buries the elbow into the lower abdominal region. Reversal, backflips out of it, shoved back by Bubba. And Chris Vandiver going to have to use his speed and agility if he's going to have any chance against Bubba Mason. Blocks the right hand, and now up on the middle rope, down with the double axe handle. Having to use the ropes to get some leverage over Big Bubba. Chris Vandiver, well, he gets that one blocked. Dragon screw by Bubba Mason. Again, Chris Vandiver has got to have Owen Gerald Sexton on the mind. He was assaulted by Sexton with a steel chair a couple of weeks back. Vandiver's been wanting to get even ever since. 1. Only a 1 this time for Mad Dog Chris Vandiver. And he's found a way to gain a little momentum here against the bigger, stronger Bubba Mason. He needs to keep that momentum going. Forearm shot. Mason now head first into the turnbuckle. And Vandiver with another shot. Vandiver all the way across. And there's no way he's going to make that distance. Well, he's feeding off the crowd here. And now all the way across, and he got caught. He got caught by Bubba Mason, took way too much time. I have no idea what he was thinking, and he got tossed. The seismic toss. 1, 2, 3. No. Long 2 count for Bubba Mason off the seismic toss. Mason now in the corner, sizing up Vandiver. And the big boot. No, he went for the big boot. He missed. Clothesline missed. And both guys missed. They both have the same idea, but could not connect. Vandiver fighting out of that predicament. Knockdown. And again by Vandiver, and ducks under the clothesline. High elevation on the drop kick. And here comes Chris Vandiver. He's feeling it. Vandiver is able to avoid the big boot. It's the Van Cutter. Covering the right foot under the bottom rope. What a bad break for Chris Vandiver, but good officiating there by the GWA official. Sends him off. Holds the ropes, and Vandiver with the Super Van Cutter. The cover. 1, 2, 3. Chris Vandiver with a huge victory. Chris Vandiver with this big maneuver hits it and gains the victory, gathering a lot of momentum heading into his world title match this Sunday against Owen Gerald Sexton. And so, no, there's a Sexton with a world title! What the hell is this? That no good son of a...